Happy Monday, students. I'm out today, so the substitute is paying this short screencast so I can explain to you what you will be doing today and also tomorrow and Wednesday in class. First thing you guys need to do is open up your Chromebooks and do a bell ringer in Google Classroom. So if you could, somebody could please pause the video at this point until everybody is done with their bell ringer. When you guys finish your bell ringer, please close your Chromebooks so that the substitute knows to move on. The second thing that you need to do is to copy the homework board. So please take out your assignment notebooks and copy this week's homework assignments. So again, at this time, if substitute could please pause the video to give students time to copy down this week's assignments. When every student is done copying, then you can start the video up. So this week's assignments, on Monday, you're going to be working on the Chapter 1 Choice Board activities, the Chapter 1 Assessment Study Guide, and doing your weekly MobyMax assignment. Remember, one lesson, 20 minutes of fluency. That's also what we'll be doing on Tuesday. On Wednesday as well. Wednesday we'll be going over the study guide, but you'll still have time to work on it because the assessment, as you can see, is not until Thursday. So Thursday in class, we'll be taking your very first summative chapter test or chapter assessment. When you're finished with it in class, you can again begin to work on your choice activities and MobyMax as well. So our test is on Thursday. If we don't finish it on Thursday, there will be some time in the afternoon after the move-a-thon to finish up your chapter assessment. On Friday, if you finish your assessment, you'll give in more time to work on your choice activities or other activities from our class as well as other classes, depending on how far in your assessment you get. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to go over with you was how to look at the study guide. So the study guide, which is part of your homework for today, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, and the next day, which is Wednesday, is a little bit different than the study guides I've given in the past. What you're going to do for this study guide is you are going to be given a Google slide presentation with a series of questions in it. The study guide is not for a grade, and it will not be turned in. It's just for you to practice the questions. So I gave you several questions for you to practice along with the answers. So the plan is for you to do the questions first and then reveal the answers to check to see if you're correct. If you don't get it correct the first time, try it again. If you still don't get it correct, make sure on Wednesday when we go to the study guide that you ask about it. So here is what it looks like. You guys go to Google Classroom. Click on any one of the math class. I'll click on the first one. Over in topics, I don't know how much I've talked about this in class, but over in topics, you can click on things to help you quickly get to things that you want. For example, the bell ringer, if you're not sure what it is, you can click on it. All the bell ringers will pop up. So click on the one that says study guide. Right now, it's the only study guide in there. Okay, so if you click on it and open it up, the only way I could get it to give each one of you your own copy was to make it an assignment, but you will not be turning this in. Okay, so you would open up the study guide. There's several questions. I believe there's about 43 of them. You have to be in present mode in order to reveal the answers. So I would immediately put myself into present mode when you're working on this. And then you can click through it. I gave you a little synopsis. When studying for a math assessment, it's very important to try similar problems that may be on the assessment. The following problems also include the answer, but it's hidden on the page. In order to study, try the problem and then click on the answer to see if you got it right. You must be in present mode. If you're not in present mode, it won't reveal itself. If you did move on, if you don't, try again. The problems that you cannot figure out should be asked about in class on Wednesday. So here's just the first set of questions. So say, for example, you were going to do problem number 1. You maybe do it on a slate board, maybe you do it on a separate sheet of paper, okay? Or if some of you might be able to do it in your head on the assessment, you'd be asked to show all of your work. So then say you do the problem and you want to know if you're right or not, you would just click on the answer and the answer to the problem would be revealed. But of course, after you tried it. And then all the answers would be revealed. Then it would take you to the next set of questions. So if you're working through this, it'll help you immensely to study for your test. Okay, but again, it's up to you how you study. The next thing that we'll be looking at is the choice board, which is this is what you guys are going to be working on in class today, as well as class tomorrow and class on Wednesday when you finish your assessment. And if you finish your assessment early, working on it partially on class on Friday as well. It is due a week from today, so it's due on October 3rd. What it looks like is you will be given a choice board. A copy of this choice board is already in Google Classroom. Okay, and the instructions at the top, it says the following choice board is to help you review for your Chapter 1 assessment. You must complete one activity from each row of the choice board. You'll be given 3 class days to work on your activities, possibly more, depending on how quickly you finish your assessment, and may work with other students. All choice activities are due on Monday, 10/3, which is October 3rd. When you turn in your activities, you'll highlight which activities you completed and attach any papers to this particular paper. So you'll be given a copy of the choice board today in class. Some of the activities are completed digitally and do not have a paper answer sheet. So it's very important that you let me know which you choose. Let me know if you choose these activities. So if you choose a digital activity, it's very important for you to let me know that you chose it. That's why we're highlighting. So like row 1, we have 3 different activities to choose from. First one is digital. It's always, sometimes, or never area activity. It's in Google Classroom. So you would actually sort cards into whether they're always true, sometimes true, or never true. Area scavenger hunt, you need a paper copy for. Area puzzle, again, it's in Google Classroom, so it's digital. So you would actually turn it in through Google Classroom. Okay. Row 2 is all about probability. 2 of them have paper answer sheets. The third one is digital. For row 3, they're all digital, so there's no paper copies for fraction, decimal, percent. And row 4 is on mean, median, mode, and range. And all 3 of them are paper copies. So everybody will at least have to do a few paper copies. You get to choose which activity you want to do. And if you do extra activities, I will consider giving a little bit of extra credit. But that's completely up to you, but you must do one from each row. Okay, I've left copies of the answer sheets in class. And then if we go into and look at Google Classroom again, this time I'll click on third class. Doesn't really matter for me which class I'm choosing. Notice in the topics, there's a topic called Chapter 1 Choice Board. If you choose that, all of the choice board activities will show up. So they're going to be in backwards order as I entered them, the way I entered them in. For example, here's the math libs for mean, median, mode. This is just one you would do on paper, so you can just see the activity and then you have a paper answer sheet. And if we scroll down, fraction, decimal, percent puzzle, it's a digital activity, so you would actually turn it in when you're done with it. Okay, so they're all right here for you. They're all in different slides, so there's 12 of them, 4 topics, 3 different activities for each one. You can go in and look at them before you decide which ones you're going to do, and then here's another copy of your choice board. You open up the digital choice board, you can actually click on the different hyperlinked activities to see, like say you wanted to look at the area scavenger hunt, you could actually just click on it. Okay, everything else is going to be listed in Google Classroom. So now that this video has come to the end, you can start working on which you choose to do. Make sure you're using your time wisely. You can also, as it states, you're allowed to work with others. A minimum of 1 person, so you can work all by yourself, a maximum of 4. But you must keep in mind that any work that you do is your own, so everybody has to do the activities. Even if you're working with somebody else, you still have to complete your own papers or digitals and turn them in. Okay. If you have any questions, you can always send me a message in Google Classroom, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as possible.